try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Heroclix Nation. As you can see, I was able to, incorporate a few upgrades to our channel. And that's in large part just because I wanted to show you guys how serious I am about this channel and about advancing it and advancing the Heroclix community as a whole. And I hope that my channel can help with that. The way that you guys can help is go ahead and comment down below what your favorite pieces from Batman Team Up are and maybe what team ideas you got out of the pieces that have come out. So the last video I did was going over Green Lantern Batman and all the different team ideas you can go with that. And I'm going to start just going to in-person events and running Green Lantern Batman at 100 points and really see where it takes me. It might be that this is just a terrible idea, but as you can see behind me, I absolutely love the Batman comics. And the fact that I can run him with the Joker just puts me over the moon, and I can't tell you guys how happy I am about it. And what's I think I've put together my favorite team so far. So as you can see up here, I have the two of the different ideas, and then because the Dooms are about to rotate, and Dr. Doom is one of my favorite villains from Marvel, I thought maybe that would be a good idea before Doom rotates, be able to play Green Lantern Batman on there with a Doom. The issue that I kind of run into there is that's 175 points on my build. And, Cosmic has a lot of support that you can throw on for really cheap. So at 175 points with 2 characters, I'm cutting my opponent down to 3 actions. I can throw on the double flashes and then the Sky Tyrant and then see where that gets me, right? And that would take me to 275 and then throw on, 20-point piece, whatever. Doesn't really matter what it is at that point. There's several 20-point pieces that are really good, especially with the Cosmic and past and future keywords. But then I lose out on Molecule Man. I lose out on, really there's not a heavy damage dealer there. The flashes die super easily. I guess the main idea on that team would be to throw the Charge Flash up there maybe carrying Green Lantern Batman, and then him dropping the Hindering Train marker, right, to tie down the team. But at that point, Flash is going to die, so I'm losing the damage there. I can't carry the all caps Doom because he has Battle Fury, and then the TK Flash would just be stuck in the back. So maybe the idea would be to just throw up Flash and then see what sticks, and then carry up the rest of my team. Something along those lines. Be a 2 turn, be a setup turn, and then an attacking turn. So that could work. I don't think that it is going to win though. And honestly, it's not my favorite team that I came up with because, like I said, Batman and Joker can't be played together, and I really want this team to do really well in the future, so I think it's best to practice with it now. Notwithstanding, that's probably a decent team. It probably won't take you to winning. It'll probably take you to top cuts though, if you practice enough with it. But the 2 ideas are Detective and Cosmic outside of Gotham City. And with Detective, if you don't get the Commissioner Gordon or the Commissioner Gordon Legacy card, you have Polaris, and she pairs really well with Venom Wolverine, who is probably the most powerful attacking detective that is available to us. So if you don't have one and you do plan to run Green Lantern Batman with me or on your own, go ahead and go out and get yourself one just in case you want to switch over to the detective keyword. You also get access to the Robin and the Commissioner and of course World's Finest, but those pieces can also fit on Gotham City. Another piece to talk about is the Question. I brought him up briefly in my last video, but giving somebody shape change on your team, or a few power actions from Cloud, giving your entire team shape change, it can change a turn if you hit one of those rolls. So yeah, I would put it along with his dice replacement, right? And he doesn't have to have line of fire to any of the characters for his dice replacement. And go. So Question is a decent add on a detective theme team. Outside of those, there really isn't too much. What you need to understand with Cosmic, though, is you can throw Star Sapphire on here at 25 points and then Saint Walker on for 30 points and give them both the ring for free. And all of a sudden you have, 3 or 2 support characters that are really good. You get a Barrier TK sidestep with Star Sapphire at 25. And then you get Enhancement and Power and 11. If you roll an 11, is considered a crit hit with Saint Walker at 30 points. And that's insanely powerful for 55 points if you include the fact that they can both generate constructs. You get 2 more iterations of the mitt, 2 more iterations of the stop sign, 2 more iterations of the chainsaw, and then, no one's really talking about it, but the boot, if you have Empower on your team, is dishing out 4 damage. So keep that in mind as well. This here could be a very strong combination in the future, something like this. And if you're playing him at 25 points, then you're not even at 100 points of your build. So that is something to consider if you guys plan on playing Green Lantern Batman at low. I would definitely consider Cosmic. The main issue I have with Cosmic right now is there's no main damage dealer outside of Green Lantern Batman. No one's really dishing out the damage unless you're able to put the Collector on there, and then he can ensure that the rest of your team is dishing out damage. The biggest damage dealers for Cosmic are really, the main one is a Prime, right? Emperor Gladiator, so you can't run him. Granted, he probably is better than Green Lantern Batman, but he's a Prime, so you can't run him with Green Lantern Batman. What you could do maybe is a Darkseid. Darkseid at 75, what does he look like? Pen Psych, 3 damage with Wit. No, Wit doesn't really help. I wish he started with Perplex. Running Shot, range of 8. Knockback. When a character knocks back. When a friendly character knocks back one or more opposing characters, if at least one of the characters hasn't been knocked back this turn again. So that could be really easy to gain mission points if you can pop out 3 boots. And then his special on movement only comes on a stop click, which is invincible super senses. And then phasing teleport after resolutions, you may make an attack, so he can make a range attack with it too. That could be annoying, especially with the steel energy there. He has a way to heal off of it. So Darkseid might be a decent damage dealer. You could probably go Shaggy, the Cosmic Shaggy. I'd probably look at 100 points. That's probably his best. He's hitting 12 for 4. With the Empower from St. Walker, it would be 12 for 5. And then he can heal up pretty much his entire dial. If he KOs 2 or more characters with a single attack. And then St. Walker just makes it that much easier. And also keep in mind, sorry about that. Also keep in mind that St. Walker is not unique, so you can run multiple St. Walkers on your force. Looking through here to give you that extra Empower enhancement kind of thing. He also has TK, so that's especially good for a support piece. Dormammu Red at 100. Would that be a terrible idea, right? Dormammu Red at 100 points, and then you run it with Saint Walker. Obviously, you only have 100 points left to dish out, so that's 55. And then Molecule Man. You get your leadership. He can pop out Shield team members. Or Hydra team. Or no, it's not Shield, it's Hydra team members. That probably wouldn't be too bad, right? You get Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. So he's hitting 11 for 5 on there, and he does start on PC. He does not start with his special on his 100-point line. Trust me, I've looked at it. I've had the card. I have the card, and I've looked at this several times, wondering, oh, please start with that perplex, but he doesn't. He does not start with this outwit perplex trait. He does start with PC. So do keep that in mind. If you're going off of Clix Nexus, they've made a small mistake here, but he does get to that. He's really difficult to kill too. I mean, he's got Unoutwittable Mastermind, his special Invincible, and then you can choose that he can get hit with an attack, and then once he does, that character gains a mobile. I mean, if they're pinging him for 3 damage, you can just say, yeah, you hit me, good job. And then go to here and make that character immobile. That could be very good. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot you can do here with Cosmic. There's a lot of great damage dealers. I think Cosmic, and I go immediately to Hope Summers, Emperor Gladiator kind of thing. You could also go Rick Jones. Pop out his Pogs for Mastermind fodder, that kind of thing. Cosmo would be the only option you have for a Power Eraser. And I think the more I've looked at him, he's probably the weakest out of the Witches, Chase Beast, and Batman and Jaro. I feel like he's the weakest because he's only taking away 1 power, and it has to be a standard power. It cannot be a stock click. It can't be a special. I mean, it can be a special that grants a standard power, right? Like he could choose Blades and then shut off the all the rollouts that the X-Men team has. But that's really all he can do. With Batman and Jari, you can outwit multiple things. You can just choose someone and say they don't have protected outwit or safeguard outwit anymore, and then you have access to all of your outwit. So I prefer Batman and Jaro, but for a Cosmic team, he's the only access you have to a Power Eraser at the moment, so he is a must play on a Cosmic. I would say, right, I would say. Now, obviously, Invincible does negate a lot of what the Soul Sword does, but not everything. They're still going to heal off of their stock clicks, so do keep that in mind. Okay, so let's move all this down here, kind of, sort of. Actually, let's just get rid of it. And I'm going to talk about the team that I'm going to be playing at the Winterbrick. So, let's delete it. Yeah. Spirit of the Game is something that I definitely thought about throwing on, especially on Cosmic Team. If you are popping out more than 1 construct, they are not autonomous anymore. So, having that extra action could be very beneficial. Let me actually delete this. Okay, so with this team, I really wanted to go Chase Robin so badly. I really did, guys. And then I just, you're not able to fit it on here. Because you have a 100-point character, a 75-point character, and a 60-point character. And they all have to get up to Green Lantern Batman for him to carry up. And if you run the Chase Robin, he gets a free move, and you can even give him the cloak to carry somebody. But let's just call this Chase Robin. Well, I'll delete it. I'll get this out of the way. I'll bring him up. Bring him up. Throw this over to the side for now. So let's say he's going to carry the Joker, right? Well, I guess he'd have to carry Commish. So we'll probably go something like this. It needs to be adjacent to a Batman for it to be a free movement. So you would power action TK Green Lantern Batman up 6 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like this, right? In fact, I put him over here because this is the general area where you're going to end up for the carry. So, so Batman is not a flyer, so he can't carry the Joker, right? And this is where you kind of run into the issue. I could give him the cloak, but then I have to find some way to get Commissioner Gordon up there with a flyer. And you can only have one cloak on a team. I think that's the only way to get flight. Yeah, that's the only way to get flight. So I could go the Commissioner here, give him a power action to pop out Rookie. And then Rookie can carry, giving the cloak to Batman. But then I need, yeah, no, see. So what you run into here is Robin would carry up as a free action. I've only used one action. And then Batman would move. Okay, so Batman would move up first, right? And then Robin would carry up. I've used 2 actions, and then I have to use my 3rd action to bring the Joker up. And then he'd be something like this, right? Then free TK here, and then 4th action to do my running shot, or just carry up and play something along those lines. And at that point, I can't drop out a construct. Whatever construct I drop out can't make an action, so it's almost always the mitt or the stop sign. And I want to be able to drop the chainsaw turn 1 or turn 2, however it transpires. I want to be able to drop the chainsaw, or if I drop the stop sign, I want to be able to bury her. So I dropped Robin, which hurts my soul. But I've never been a huge Robin or a Dick Grayson fan, so it's not my favorite Robin. If it was, if it was Batman's son, I blanked on the name. If it was him or something like a Jason Todd. Oh, if it was Jason, he'd have to stay on the team. But this is kind of where we're at, guys. So what I would do instead is I threw Scott Porter on there. So Scott Porter gives me access to Perplex, and he has a wildcard team ability with Sidestep already built in. And I have 15 points left over instead of just 10. So for 15 points, I'm going to throw probably the Illusion Generator on Joker so that he has Shape Change and he can generate his own Mastermind fodder whenever he does use his Shape Change. And then I'll probably throw the cloak on Batman and Jarl. Yeah, I'll probably cloak on Batman and Jarl so they can sidestep and gain plasticity. So now it becomes a lot easier, right? I can just power action TK him out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this line here, and then I can copy the Green Lantern team ability with Scott Porter, come up 7, so this is 7, and then sidestep something like this, putting Commissioner Gordo here. Let's go ahead and do some finagling. Sidestep and fight with him anyways. I hate to use a sidestep now. Let's go ahead and go with something like, I want to get him up as far as possible. So this was 7, sidestep gets me here. Let's do something crazy. Let's do this. Do I still have line of fire to Batman? I don't think I do. I don't. So it's got to be. Does it have to be this? And then I can TK Batman up 6 squares? Yeah. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to put him here and then him there. Yeah. And then move Green Lantern, free TK Green Lantern Batman up 6 squares. So actually it's got to be this, so that Commissioner Gordon has line of fire to the square. Yeah, I can't have anyone in this square. So take him up another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we would sidestep carry with the Joker. And then do our running shot. 1, 2. Before I sidestep, I would have to perplex. So right here instead, And then perplex up his... Ooh, I have to running shot. I want to get into hindering anyways. Let's perplex up his... So if I hit on willpower, which I don't hear. Okay, so let's just say we don't hit it. So I'm running shotting with a 5. If I perplex up his movement, I get a 6. Which actually might be perfect. I can running shot. This is obviously an alpha, guys. This is if I win map roll. And if I win map roll, Jubilee's not here. I've been practicing a lot with the idea that I lose map roll because I am only +4. So I'm probably going to lose map roll a lot. But I also want to have the alpha down because I have the idea in my head that there's going to be a lot of unthemed teams out there with Iron Hammer. If someone's feeling antsy and doesn't want to run the X-Men team, granted, that's probably the strongest team. And from what I've seen out of Orlando so far, there are a lot of X-Men teams or Genesis keyword cheating teams out there. So that's kind of what I'm expecting to see. And that really hurts my team if they run Jubilee. Jubilee and Scarab together really hurt my team. That's why I have them over here. If I run into a Jubilee Scarab, I'm probably losing. But at that point, you know, if I'm running into a Jubilee Scarab, I'm probably pretty high up on the leaderboards, as long as I can get some points out of that game. Especially in Swiss. I guess only in Swiss the points matter. And go. I guess only in Swiss the points matter. But if I can get some points out of that game, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. So this is the team so far, guys. I've ran through the alpha. If they are going first, as long as I can protect myself against Jubilee, I feel pretty safe. Now, if they do have a Scarab, they will be able to hurt me. So, or if they're running an Emperor Gladiator. The problem is I haven't seen a lot of Emperor Gladiator Jubilee teams out there anymore because of the Genesis Apocalypse duo. It's kind of shut that down. So, when I line up my characters, I want to be able to plan for my alpha, even if I'm not going to be able to do it. But here, I also want to get my characters, if I'm going up against a Jubilee, I really want to get my characters in printed hindering terrain. As many of them as possible, especially the important ones. So, we would probably copy Batman Team Ability with Scott, and then sidestep here. Or I guess we would have to sidestep here instead, and then sidestep carry the Joker. Something like, I guess not carry the Joker. Let's keep Joker on backline, right? Where was I? Here. So, no, I was back here. So if I lose Matt, maybe this is the play. Or because I want to be able to carry everything, even if I can't, right? So maybe something like this. And then I would just do the carry with Scott first before I did. Ooh, nope. Nope. That wouldn't work either. I need to set this up so that I have line of fire to Batman and Scott can carry everything. So, this is how I had it set up before, and this is probably This is probably where I go with it. So we would sidestep here. I want to be able to move Batman into the printed hindering without giving him an action token. I want to be able to sidestep carry him. So maybe it's as simple as this. Just switch the Joker in Batman. So then I have the choice, right? Are they going to go against the Joker, or are they going to go after Batman? And if I had the Joker next to Commissioner, they have to think that I'm going to the Mastermind to Commissioner. Not sure if I am, but let's go ahead and sidestep carry Green Lantern Batman to here. And then we would sidestep copying Batman team ability to here. And then we would power action drop Jarl Bystander for Joker to have another Mastermind fodder to go to. I lose my PC when I drop him, but I have my 3 theme team PCs, and if I Mastermind to the Bystander, then I'm pretty safe. The thing about this is Scarab, right? Because Scarab can target from the Joker square, he can target from Batman square. Both my Batman can be targeted, or he can target through their square with Scarab. But you know, that's a mind control. The mind control could probably hurt if he takes out something important, but it's hard to tell what's important on this team. Because I think my team can operate without any one piece, right? If he's able to take something out turn 1, I think I can operate without it. Now, losing something like Batman and Jarro turn 1 would be kind of rough, and I really wouldn't want that to happen. But I think this team can operate without him. But he is my power eraser, and I wouldn't want to lose him. That is what I'm going into the Win a Brick with, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video, kind of got a decent look at what you can build with Green Lantern Batman. I know we've gone over him 2 videos in a row, but this is a piece that I'm very excited about. Now, if you guys have a piece that you are excited about, please comment it down below. I am going to be doing the majority of my time playtesting with Green Lantern Batman, so if you want to see more of that content, let me know as well. I hope you guys all have a great week, a great weekend. Peace.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go